It is the Friday before Memorial Day, 1979. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport is buzzing with families and travelers heading out for a long, warm holiday weekend. Sitting at gate K5 is American Airlines Flight 191. It is a wide-body DC-10 taking on bags, cargo, and 258 passengers bound for Los Angeles. Up in the cockpit, Captain Walter Lux and First Officer Dillard run through their pre-flight checks. Lux has flown the DC-10 since its introduction and carries over 22,000 flight hours. He and Dillard are highly respected, strictly by-the-book pilots. Yet within minutes, all 271 people on board, along with 2 people on the ground, will be dead. To this day, it remains the deadliest aircraft accident on U.S. soil. The pilots will do absolutely everything right. The cause of the crash is a microscopic crack, silently tearing apart inside the wing structure, completely hidden from every inspection for 2 months. 8 weeks earlier, in March of 1979, this exact aircraft undergoes routine maintenance. To save time, mechanics removed the left engine and the pylon, the heavy structure that attaches the engine to the wing, as a single unit using a forklift. This procedure directly violates the manufacturer's maintenance instructions. When reinstalling the heavy assembly, the forklift shifts. The rear mount of the pylon strikes the wing structure. The impact is subtle, but it initiates a microscopic stress fracture in the pylon's aft bulkhead. Because the crack is internal, it is invisible to the mechanics. No standard visual inspection catches it. This chart shows the estimated progression of metal fatigue over time. With every single takeoff and landing over the next 8 weeks, the heavy vibration of the engine expands that hidden crack, steadily weakening the mount flight by flight. We are now back on the runway at 15:02 on May 25th. Flight 191 accelerates towards its takeoff speed. As Captain Lux pulls back on the yoke to lift the nose, a maneuver called rotation, the aerodynamic forces shift. The damaged rear pylon mount finally reaches its breaking point and snaps. A standard departure turns into a catastrophic emergency. The entire left engine, along with its mounting pylon, rips cleanly off the wing. It flips backward and tumbles down the runway behind the ascending plane. A DC-10 can safely fly missing an engine. The fatal damage occurs because the separating engine shears through a set of hydraulic fluid lines routed through the leading edge of the wing. These lines hold the wing's slats in place. Slats are panels that extend forward to help the plane generate lift at low speeds. Without hydraulic pressure locking them, the force of the wind pushes the left wing slats shut. They slide into their retracted position. The right wing still has its slats extended and is generating lift. The left wing, with its slats suddenly retracted, stalls. This massive aerodynamic imbalance forces the plane's nose down and rolls the entire aircraft hard to the left. The sensors that would normally trigger a stall warning light in the cockpit were powered by the exact same electrical and hydraulic systems that the engine ripped away. The flight instruments showed a perfectly normal wing. For 31 agonizing seconds, Captain Lux and First Officer Dillard are fighting a machine that is rolling out of the sky for a reason they cannot diagnose, and their screens are lying to them. The severed lines blindfolded the crew at the exact moment they needed clear data, trapping them in an aerodynamic stall they couldn't see to correct. Flight 191 banks past a 90-degree angle and plunges into an open field near a trailer park, instantly killing everyone aboard and 2 people on the ground. The FAA responds by pulling the type certificate for the DC-10, grounding every single one of these aircraft across the United States. As NTSB investigators inspect the grounded fleets, they discover 6 more DC-10s, 2 at Continental and 4 at American Airlines, harboring the exact same fatigue cracks in their pylon mounts. One of those planes was nearing a total failure itself. When the final NTSB report is released, it clears the flight crew completely. The investigators confirm that Lux and Dillard followed every emergency checklist to the letter. They flew the exact speeds they were trained to fly. They did not make a single mistake. The report states that the crew had no reasonable opportunity to save the plane. You can have thousands of hours of experience and perfectly execute every emergency procedure and still lose simply because the machine refuses to tell you what is really broken. If this story stayed with you, press like, Subscribe to Dark Archives for more true stories that history tried to bury, and hit the bell so you never miss one. Share this with someone brave enough to watch alone tonight.